Shout out to Money Brown, man. Respect Junior. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, so I call him Money Brown. Brian Custom Junior Championship Boxing. I gotta give him a big shout out to Money Brown TV. This is Steven Espinosa from Showtime Sports. Shout out to Money Brown TV.
Yo, what's going on out there, Fight World? It's your boy Money back with another one, man. And we talking Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. I'm going to say it again. Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. Now, we all know Tank put out a post, saying he fit to fight in his hometown. And he know the money going to be good because it's in his hometown. So, we already know he got his fight set up for the crib in Baltimore. Don't know when the date is. He didn't say it. But, he going to make that big announcement soon. Gervonta Davis, one of the youngest superstars in boxing. We already know he's a big draw under Mayweather Promotions. Hell of a talent and a top dog at his division. Hands down, a top dog at his division. And we all want to see him versus Tevin or Lomachenko or Alberto, or Miguel Burchett. But now Leo Santa Cruz added his name to that list. Leo was on Fight Hype. Shouts out to Ben. Went on Fight Hype and said after his next opponent that he beat, he wants Gervonta Tank Davis next. Leo Santa Cruz said he wants Gervonta Tank Davis next. Said he will be coming up to 130. And he's trying to take it over, man. He's trying to take it over. But I support the fight. I like the fight. Leo is a fucking warrior. We all know what he did to Abner Mares. We know what he did to Corey Frampton in the second fight. Frampton only gave him his first loss. He only got one loss on his record. But we know Leo is a hell of a fighter. And a lot of people want to see Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell Jr. But we don't know how likely that is to happen now. Since Leo said he wants Gervonta Davis. You know what I mean? He wants Gervonta Davis and not Gary Russell. Is people want to say he's ducking Gary Russell? But all I know is, man, he said he wants Gervonta. It looked like he's serious about it. It don't look like he bagging down. And it'll be a hell of a fight. You dig what I mean? It'll be one hell of a fight, man. Leo Santa Cruz versus Gervonta Tank Davis. We know Leo got the output. We know he like to come. His style is put pressure. But in one Corey Frampton fight, the last one, he showed us that he can box his ass off. He showed us that he got that boxing ability and he can add it to his game. You dig what I mean? So, him coming up to 130, I don't know if he's going for Gervonta Davis right away, but he said he wanted right away. No hesitation, no nothing. He wanted right away. You dig? So that put Tank in another good position on another big money fight, against a Mexican who's very known. Who's very known, because Leo do got a big name in the Mexican community. You know what I mean? They stand behind him, and that opens up the door for Gervonta Davis to get more recognition. You know what I mean? We all know he's supposed to fight Abner Mares, but the situation happened to Abner. Abner had got an eye injury where he got sidelined. So Gervonta found a weak replacement. Put the hands on him, got him out of there. But now we talking about a Leo Santa Cruz, man. We talking about a Leo Santa Cruz, whose name is bigger than Tevin Former. And if we really want to be real, his name is bigger than Burchett too. Miguel Burchett, who's about to fight Francisco Vargas for the second time. But he's not a natural 130-pounder. People are already knocking Gervonta, saying he's not fighting, the big guys at the division. He's steady fighting small fighters, And if he was to fight Leo Santa Cruz, we know he's going to get slack. We know he's going to get a lot of backlash. People going to say, oh, why you keep ducking Lomachenko? Why you keep ducking Tevin Former? Why you ducking Miguel Burchett? Things like that. But it's a business move. I almost cussed right there, but it's a business move. And yes, it's not all about business every time. Sometimes you do gotta give us fans the great fights that we want to see. But when you look at Leo Santa Cruz moving up to the 130-pound division, you must give Leo the respect that he deserves, man. You must give him the respect that he deserves, man. You know, I know people gonna say we don't know if he can beat them other fighters at 130 pounds. He's not fighting them. But listen, man, he coming up from 126. He is the featherweight champion. You dig? His resume is solid. His opponents are creditable. You know? So that makes Leo still a top dog when he move up to 130. You know, when he move up to 130, I know a lot of people gonna want him to see if he can get a title, this, that, and the third. But like I say, bro, Leo Santa Cruz is very known and popular in the Mexican community. And before people get to saying, oh, so that's all it take for you to be popular, this, that, and the third. Well, he was a former champion. If he move up, he will be a former champion. You know what I'm saying? Been on Showtime. How many times he fought in the main events? You see what I'm saying? So, recognition. Still trying to grow Tank, you know, fan base. I can't knock this fight. And I won't knock this fight. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I do want to see Gervonta versus Tevin Foreman. Yes, I do want to see him versus Miguel Burchett. Yes, I do want to see him fight Loma. You know? I do want those fights. But if Leo Santa Cruz come up to 130, he's right in the mix with those guys. He's right in the mix with those guys. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it as, yes, it's a business move, but it's a smart move at the same time. You know? And it's just hypothetically speaking, everybody. None of this shit is set in stone. We don't know if Leo really going to move up to 130 after the next fight. He might feel good and say, you know what? I want one more fight. But looking at his actions, looking at his words, looking at how serious he looked, I think he's really considering the jump to the next weight class. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people going to say, oh, man, we want to see the Gary Russell fight. Man, Leo should fight Gary Russell. Gary. But we got to understand, man. Gary only fighting once a year. Gary say he's not in love with the sport anymore. You know, he don't even watch boxing to see what's going on in the business no more. And I don't knock him. You know what I mean? I don't knock him. He's a grown man. He's able to do what he want to do. We know the Russells, they very educated brothers, man. They very educated brothers. They very tuned in with the culture and who they really are. You know? So if Gary Russell, the oldest, feel like he want to wrap him up and really not into it like that, but he do want the big fights to get the big paydays and do whatever he got to do, I don't knock the man. My whole thing is just respect the game. You know what I mean? Just respect the game, bro. You know? Put yourself in every now and then. Let us know you're here. Instead of you just coming back and saying, you know what? Fuck the game. I just want the money. You know, I'm going to go fight. I'm going to have y'all pay for only the big fights. I only want the big fights. You know? And when we look at Gary Russell, we've seen the performance he put up against JoJo Diaz. It wasn't the best. It simply wasn't the best. You know, he found a way to win, but it simply was not the best. You know? So, Leo Santa Cruz jumping up to 130, them more dangerous fights. And I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I believe Gervonta Davis is a more dangerous fight than Gary Russell Jr. to Leo Santa Cruz. You know, I kind of feel like Leo Santa Cruz is going to beat Gary Russell Jr. I really do, yo. I really do. Due to activity, yo. Due to activity. And when I seen the pressure put on Gary Russell Jr. by JoJo Diaz, and seeing how good JoJo was working early on, I believe Leo Santa Cruz can sustain that through 12 rounds. Through 12 rounds. You know? Do Gary have a shot knocking him out? Hell yeah, he do. Got popped. He really got popped. But I do see Leo outworking Gary and pulling it out, man. Pulling it out. So Leo saying he want to go up to 130. I salute him. He want to chase the bigger fights. I salute him. If he wanted there to be great, I salute him. You know, who is us to say no, don't do it? Who is us to say no, Tank, don't take that fight? When we know that that fight is a very competitive fight. That fight is elite fight. Let's say that. It's very elite. You know, two dudes at the top of their shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a great look for Gervonta Davis, man. That's a great look for Gervonta Davis. If he was to fight Leo Santa Cruz next, after this fight Leo finna have, and after the fight he about to have in Baltimore, hey, I don't knock it. I don't knock it. You know? Because I really don't see Tevin Foreman really calling out Gervonta, and I don't see Miguel Burchett doing it neither. So they working with their promotion companies and doing what they got to do to put money in their pockets, and they enjoying it themselves. And I don't knock them neither. But sooner or later, and I hope sooner than later, these 130-pound belts got to be unified, man. They got to be unified. Like Gervonta should be fighting one of them guys right now as we speak, and then you go take on Leo Santa Cruz in the recognition fight and the money fight after that. But you should have been this go round. You about to fight in Baltimore. We know it's not going to be a unification bout. We know it. If it is, I'd be surprised, but I will salute it. Especially if they come up off the money to get Gervonta Davis that fight in his hometown. That means they're really putting faith in him and want him to win. And not saying they don't have faith in him. But we need to see these things starting to manifest right now. Gervonta Davis should have beat Alberto Machado. That should have been Gervonta Davis fighting that man instead of the guy he lost to. You see what I'm saying? So put him in on with these top dogs at 130. That way if he knock one of them cats out, get one of them titles. You listen to me? Get one of them titles, become unified champion. That way if Leo Santa Cruz do come up and he fight Leo Santa Cruz, it's nothing for nobody to say. It's nothing for nobody to say or criticize on the simple fact of I'm a unified champion. Unified champion. And guess what? I'm going to take on Leo Santa Cruz as my first defense. Somebody that's very credible. You know, somebody that's skillful. Somebody that's got a big name and at his prime. You see what I'm saying? That would have been a good look as well. You know? But all we can do is sit back and wait and see what Mayweather do. See what he do with Gervonta Davis. You know, we know Santa Cruz with Al Heyman. We know Al moving him the right way. You know, so we can't knock it. We can't knock it. You know? And it's just hypothetically, like I said earlier, y'all. We don't know if this fight going to happen next or not. But it's damn sure looking like a strong possibility. They wanted Gervonta to fight Abner. But when we look at Santa Cruz, he's a bigger name than Abner Morez right now, on the simple fact he beat Abner twice. He beat Abner twice. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be one hell of a fight, man. It's going to be one hell of a fight. And Leo Santa Cruz will make it tough for Gervonta. He will, with his pressure and his output. But Gervonta later on down the line, like I say, that nuclear bomb ain't no joke. And he will knock out Santa Cruz. He will knock out Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying? He will knock him out. But it'll be one hell of a fight, and it will be interesting as long as it lasts. And we will be up off our feet for that fight. You know, that's a fight that put Gervonta Davis in the right way to being a pay-per-view star. But first, Tank, you got to get one of them other titles, yo. He needs one of them other titles. You know what I mean? But I like the fight. I hope it manifests. I hope it happens. If Gary Russell don't get the fight, I'm sorry for you, but you should have been campaigning a little bit harder. And not just once a year, sir. Because the game waits for no man. The game waits for no man. And as these stars get to growing, people get to chasing them and people go on the hunt. You see what I'm saying? So let's just see what happens, man. The future is coming. Boxing is heating up. It look like we're getting a lot of great fights now. And let's see if we can continue that shit. And if boxing, you know, keep it going. You know, because Clarissa just showed up the men's. She showed them up by fight for an undisputed title in 9 fights. You see? Go fight the best out there, man. Fight the best out there. Quit acting like y'all afraid to lose that O. That shit don't stand for nothing. Hard work, dedication, determination. Fans are going to ride with y'all no matter what. No matter what. As long as y'all put in the effort and we see that, it was a close fight, man, you still undefeated to some of us. You know what I'm saying? You still undefeated to some of us instead of the casuals. You dig? We'll see what happens with this fight, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing if it get made. If so, I will be tuned in on pay-per-view. I will be buying. Point blank, period. Leo Santa Cruz said he wants Gervonta Davis next. Let's see if it happens. Until then, this your boy Monty. This is the NSBC movement. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate, it's in the description. And I'll be back with another one.